guys, and welcome to my video. It's Derek Tafuma here of derektafuma.com. So today I want to talk about one of the resources that I use for math tuition. I've entitled it My Recommendation for Math Tuition. Now this is the blog post which I've just uploaded. I've just published actually onto the internet, onto my website derektafuma.com. This image I got from Pixabay. You can see the mentioned Pixabay, and it's by Science Freak. So this is actually the Fibonacci series, which starts with 1. If you add 1 and 1, you get 2. You add 1 and 2, you get 3. You add 2 and 3, you get 5. You get 3 and 5, you get 8. You get add 8 and 5, you get 13. You add 13 and 8, you get 21, and it carries on like that. Okay, so that's the Fibonacci. Quite significant in maths, so that's why I've used that image. So in today's post, I talked about the fact that the Khan Academy, which I'm going to talk about, which is my recommendation for maths tuition, is mastery-based learning and instant feedback. And I'm going to talk about what it means to master your learning, and also what it means to get instant feedback instead of waiting for days or even weeks to get your work back. Then I'm going to talk about self-paced learning, which is what you get. Let me see if I can make that bigger. Nah, it's not going to go bigger. And then I'll talk about the diagnostic tool that you can use, the dashboard, which you can use within Khan Academy. And also the fact that Khan Academy is supported by Google and Microsoft. It means a lot when something is supported by these big tech companies. So basically, this is the blog post, and I've got about 2 videos at the end about Salman Khan himself talking about how we have to reimagine education. Okay, so that is the blog post, but you can read it on my website. So what I just want to do now is go to the actual Khan Academy, and the first thing you do, if you're logged in, you can see here I've got a list of my subjects, the subjects that I want to do. So I want to look at cosmology and astronomy, electrical engineering, physics, finance and capital markets, macroeconomics, microeconomics, computer programming, computer science, and Pixar in a box. So all of these are actually some of the subjects which are there, but you can add or subtract any of these subjects. But the one that I'm most interested in today, and the one that I'd like you guys to maybe recommend to other people, is the mathematics, because they are questions for math. So normally I would click on the Khan Academy there, and if I was doing a subject like maths, for example, I've been doing maths and it's not here, but if I go to the subjects, there's a drop down, and you can see there's added math, there is arithmetic, algebra, and all that. So all of these I've actually done, say, 18% of trigonometry. Okay, so I'm gonna go to added math just to demonstrate how this works. So if I go to added math, and I've done 65% of it, the first thing at the top here is you will see that there is explore, in which case I can decide whether I want to continue my math mission. At the math mission, I can continue with counting. I've done 12 out of 23 tasks. I've completed 12 out of 23. tasks on counting. I've completed 11 out of 21 for addition and subtraction introduction. Then there's going to be more addition and subtraction within 20, within 100, and I've done 12 out of 56 of that. Okay, so for addition and subtraction within 1,000, I've not done anything, so it's 0 of 17. So basically it tells me exactly how much work I've done and how much is left. So I've covered 65% progress. In LMath, I can choose to practice, in which case it'll go topic by topic, and I can choose which topic I want to practice. You can see it says continue on addition and subtraction within 20, because that is something that I have already started. Okay, so I can do that, or I can carry on to a mission. And on the LMath mission, the very first thing you see at the top is something called the Mastery Challenge. Now the Mastery Challenge is really good because what it's trying to do is to establish that I have mastered a certain concept. So it comes up right at the top, and it's the first thing I do. If I choose not to do the Mastery Challenge, to strengthen the skills I've already practiced, I can just go to Name Shapes 4 and practice. Also problems with line plots, and practice that. Make line plots, practice that, or any of these down here, or I can see all of LMath, right? And on the left hand side, it tells me how much I've covered in counting. So it'll actually show me the actual problem, a preview of the actual problem that I've answered. So you can see as I scroll to the right, it's showing me the problem that I've actually answered. Okay, so I recommend that you go for the Mastery Challenge, in which case it's going to generate some questions. How do we count the flowers? Choose one answer. You can either, so if I'm going to count these flowers, okay, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm not going to say 1, 2, 3 and skip and go to 4, 5, 6 and skip. So my answer is A. I choose A. It's only 2 problems. I have to do both of them. Okay, so I'm gonna do that one. Get it right. Nice work. Got it. There's one more. So I just click on next question, and it goes to the next question. And supposing, okay, Harry was driving through town and saw 9 red lights. He saw 2 more red lights than green ones. Okay, so he saw 9, but he saw 2 more red ones than green ones. So how many green lights did Harry see? Okay, so on the bottom left here, okay, there's an icon that if you click on it, okay, it gives you some writing tools. And I've got something here that I use for writing, and I'm gonna use that. It's a Wacom tablet, some kind of a tablet that I'm using, and it's got a pen. Okay, it's got a pen, and I'm gonna use the pen to write on the screen. So for example, I can choose red color, and I know there's 9 red lights, but there's 2 more red. 9 red, 2 more red lights than green. Okay, so if there are 9 reds, okay, and 2 more red than green, okay, 2 more red than green, it means that the greens are 9, take away the 2, you give me 7. 7 greens makes 2 more equal to 9 reds. Okay, so the answer is 7, right? But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to put 6. Okay, supposing I put 6 instead of 7, if I check, I get it wrong. Okay, and it will ask me to get help or move on. If I get help, okay, it'll explain to me that red lights minus 2 equals green lights. So 9 take away 2 is 7. So here we saw 7 green traffic lights, which is what the answer that I had, but I put a 6 just so that I can show you how you can get help if you get it wrong. Okay, and down here you can see related videos, and it's showing comparison word problems, spotted rows, and if I click on the video, it's actually going to...
Leah has 9 roly-polies. Let's write that down. Leah has 9 roly-polies in her bug house. She has one more. She has one more than Dingane is, I think, how I would say that name. How many?
Okay. So that video is explaining a question which is similar to the one that I've just done, that I've just deliberately got wrong, but it's explaining how it can be done. So there are hints, as you can see. There's a related video. Sometimes there's more than one video. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to put the correct answer. This time I'm going to put the 7, which I had originally, and check again, and now it's going to ask me to show. So I got 350 points. Normally I would get 400 points for this. So I can either continue to the next task, or I can just cancel that, and there is another mastery challenge, so I can choose any of these. So the good thing with Khan Academy is that it's giving you instant feedback, because you're getting the you're being corrected before you move on to the next question, and you're given some hints and you're given some help. If you are in a classroom situation, you can also get help from the teacher if you still don't understand the hints or you don't understand the video. If you're at home and you've got a parent who can help you, then, or a tutor who can help you, then you can ask them for help. So that's the instant feedback. It's very important. Then also the mastery challenge is very important, because it's teaching you, or it's helping you to master the concepts before you move on to the next ones. So there's instant feedback, which is important, and there's the mastery-based learning, but there's also the self-paced learning, which means that different students doing the same thing can be moving at different rates. So they could be doing the same topics, but they are at different stages of that topic, and those who are moving quickly can move on to the next task. Those who are a bit slow can still slow down, okay, and the teacher can still help each and every individual according to their needs. And this is how the teacher is able to do that. So I'm going to explain the coach dashboard. Okay, so this is the coach dashboard, and it's got I've got some students in that school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the school, and then I'm going to click on the activity, or rather the progress that they've made, and this is the progress by skill. And if I click at the top here, let me see if I can zoom that in a little bit. Okay, you can see where it says struggling. Okay, so I can do it by skill or by student. I don't want to show my student, so I'm just going to do it by skill. And if I put on struggling, you can see that the red ones come up. So let's say I click on this red, indicates that a student or some students are struggling with addition and subtraction within 20. So if I click on that, it's going to reveal the actual students who were struggling. So I can use that to then specifically go to the students and help them with that particular topic. Okay, so that is the diagnostic tool. It's really important. You can see it's not just the one topic. Okay, it's all of these topics, and that's just LMAP. If I move on to 8th grade, for example, there's nothing at the moment on 8th grade, so I'll just go back to LMAP. Okay, so that part is really important for teachers and for tutors, because as a tutor you can be able to tailor your lessons for the student according to the areas where they are struggling, instead of just doing random stuff or asking the student, because now the student has actually done the work, they've struggled, you can see that, so you can use that for your next lesson. So I would recommend this tool, and I also recommend that you read my blog post. You'll get a bit more information, and you can use that maybe to also make recommendations, or you can ask me questions either on the blog derricktafouma.com, my recommendation for maths tuition, or on this YouTube channel. You can ask in the comment section, and I will get back to you with either an answer within the comments or with another video if I think that answer requires an entirely new video. Okay, so thank you for watching. Again, I recommend Khan Academy as a tool which is free and which does 4 things which I find quite useful. And the 4 things are mastery-based learning and instant feedback, self-paced learning, and the ability to use a diagnostic tool and a dashboard to tell you exactly where your students are and help you with planning for the next stage of the student's learning. Thank you for watching. It's Derrick Tafouma here of derricktafouma.com.